Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy right here, man, once again. And I know you guys probably probably saw I went live just a minute ago for a little breakdown show to break down UFC 263 and Bellator and PFL 4 from last night, folks. But today and now we are live once again, folks, and this time it is MMA Reloaded on the mic, episode 24. Of course, I apologize for my last live. I did just get my little times just a bit mixed up. My time difference mixed up between Pacific time and here in the UK. So, but folks, don't worry. There's always it's never too late to go live. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, folks, tonight, in just a few minutes now, we will be sitting with Jeremiah the Kid Labiano. Jeremiah, of course, folks, has fought some of the best at Bellator, at Tashi Palace, at West Coast FC, which is a regional promotion in California. Folks, he has pretty much, been in there with some of the most legit and toughest fighters out there. Ricky Simone, Tyson Nam, James Gallagher, to name a few, Traven Jones. So, folks, for this one, it is going to be a great show. Thank you so much for tuning in, folks, wherever you're tuning in from. Um, and it is time now to go down, folks. We're about to do the particulars. So, stay tuned. You know what time it is, man. Stay tuned. Don't turn your video off. Stay tuned. And we will be back live. So yeah, folks. As I was saying, of course, my apologies for the last live and sort of, it was great to do a breakdown show, folks. Last time out on the live. So today, yeah, folks. So this time around, folks, we will be live with Jeremiah the Kid Labiano, folks. And if you didn't see his last fight at Cage Fury FC 96, I urge you and I plead with you to go watch it, folks. It was a great fight. He came in on week's notice and came in against a very anticipated, very hyped, a very talented Liberian in Boima Carmo. So, folks, go watch that fight, man. It is a show stealer, folks. You know what I'm saying? Fast paced from beginning to end because of the man I'm going to sit with right now in Jeremiah Labiano. So, folks, sit back, relax, do the business. You know what I'm saying? Go get your snack. Go sit in your most comfortable recliner because it's a great time to be an MMA fan. You got MMA Reloaded, or any favorite podcast you got, both. Your MMA Reloaded always here for you guys on the mic, all real talk. And there, folks, you got Bellator 260 on tonight. You had PFL 4 last night. You got UFC 263 tomorrow, folks. Go watch our breakdown show, folks. If you just tune into our Instagram page, folks, where I just posted a breakdown of tonight's Bellator 260 card. Your main event is for the Bellator Welterweight Championship, when Douglas Lima makes his first defense back as welterweight champion after defeating Rory McDonald for the belt and winning the welterweight Grand Prix. He came in, he fought Gegard Mousasi for the middleweight title. It didn't go to plan there for him. So he's coming back, folks, to 170. He's home. He's coming back to defend his belt. And Douglas Lima, no doubt, is going to be faced with a huge task tonight, folks, in Yaroslav Amosov. So, folks, Amosov is 27 years old, yeah? He's 25 years old. He's probably one of the most impressive fighters I've seen come into Bellator cage in recent years, folks. Since the days of Eduardo Dantas or Joe Warren even came in, or Pat Curran came in, this kid, I think, has all the power and all that star quality to be Bellator welterweight champion tonight. And also, folks, Paul Semtex Daly comes in for his 60th pro fight. Yeah, folks, my bad. I got to do the math, you know what I mean? I got to do the maths. He comes in for his 60th pro fight. Yeah, folks, and he comes in number 6 in the welterweight rankings. 3-3 in his last 6 fights on a 3-fight win streak. He comes in prime, ready, battle-tested, and dangerous, as always, is Paul Semtex Daly. Yeah, folks. He meets a very, very high-flying competitor right now in the Bellator welterweight division. A guy who's he's so fired up. He's on a momentum. He's on 5th gear, bro. Yeah, and that is number 3 ranked welterweight at Bellator, Jason Jackson. Jason Jackson, folks, is 7-1 in his last 8 fights. His only loss, I believe, if I've calculated this correctly, his only loss, folks, is to Ed Roof. There's no shame in losing to one of the best wrestlers in the world, on Ed Roof, ever. Yeah. So that is Jason Jackson's only loss in his last 8 fights. All right, folks. He's beaten Neiman Gracie. He's beaten Ben Henderson. He has beaten some of the best, folks. Beaten Jordan Meehan, If he wins this fight tonight, folks, he could be meeting the winner of tonight's main event in Yaroslav Amosov and Douglas Lima. There is no doubt. You can't really deny Jason Jackson that spot. You know what I'm saying? To take on the champion, either Lima or Amosov. Because he beat Neiman Gracie, or you can set up a title eliminator with him and Michael Venom Page. That'll probably be a banger of a fight as well. You know what I mean, folks? That Bellator rankings are a great idea, man. It really heats up the division. It really makes you sort of realize the talent, how deep their talent pool really is. Now what they're doing with young fighters coming up like Jalon Bates and Davion Franklin. It's a great. Bellator's heating up, man. In their rankings, they got great matchups coming up. Their Bellator, their bantamweight ranking probably the most hot at the moment. You got the heavyweight rankings with the light heavyweight Grand Prix. You got the featherweights with Patricio Pitbull and AJ McKee. It is a surefire. It is surefire, man. It's something to sort of follow, folks, right there, man, and tune into Bellator MMA. So, folks, we are just about set. We are just about ready to go live right now, man. Jeremiah, the kid, Labiano, is on his way. So, folks. We will be going live in just a few minutes. But folks, I want to just thank everyone for their support and subscribers over the time. I'd like to think I earned it. You know what I'm saying? I like to think I've earned my spot as a true mixed martial arts broadcaster, as a true combat sports writer. I do my best, you know what I'm saying, and over the past few months, support's been really great. Thank you so much to all the fighters who have sat down with me, to all the fans who have come out and sat with me. It means a lot to me, and folks, it's a sport which really touches the heart, and when I see Facebook or like I said before, when I see something on Facebook or social media that's like, what? You know what I mean? Like something that only comes out of the mouth of a guy who's only been watching MMA for like 2 minutes. Yeah. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? But bro, it's a great sport to be a part of. It is. There's a lot of politics. There's so many, variables, and even with the pay, bro. Let me tell you something, and let me tell you something real nicely now. Yeah, now it's just coming to my mind. Let me tell you something. So the pay issue in mixed martial arts, yeah, compared to boxing. Let me tell you what. Pardon me. Boxing, yeah, is a sport which promotes. It has over the years produced some of the greatest fights in history of combat sports. I have to say, in MMA and with boxing, you have promoters promoting together. You know what I'm saying? WBC, you have the WBA, IBF, those championship belts. You got Showtime and ESPN. Um, you got so much backing for the sport of boxing financially that there is gonna be big dough in there for the fighters, and especially with celebrity fighters, man. These celebrity, bro, I'll tell you something right now, they are not fighters. All right, Dana White put it straight now. Yeah, if you want to be a celebrity boxer, go start a YouTube channel. Yeah, and he directed this at Paulo Costa. He goes, go start a YouTube channel. Yeah, go get a million followers. Yeah, and go fight Triller or something. See, go make quick deal. Go make quick dough. If this is a career that you lot want to do for a living, if you're a fighter coming up, yeah, if this is a career that you want to make for yourself, yeah, you got to be willing to put the commitment in, to put the work in, to not pay attention to what everyone else is doing. You know what I'm smelling? You know what I'm saying? And sort of paying attention to, oh shit, he's getting 2 million, bro. I'm only getting, or 20 million. I'm only getting 350,000. That's what Francis Ngannou says. Bro, Francis Ngannou would be the last guy I would ever think who would complain about money. Francis Ngannou is about as humble as any fighter on the block today. Yeah? And what Francis Ngannou said, 350,000 and he's getting 20 million. What am I doing wrong? Bro, you're not doing anything wrong. You're a fighter, a real fighter, man. Real fighters earn their pay. Yeah, you only fight once a year, once every 7, 8, 9 months if you're lucky. Alright? But you're working to earn your pay. You're working to earn that bonus if you're lucky. You're working for your legacy. You know what I'm saying? And if you're there to defend your belt, you're working for that. If you're there to, you know, if you're there to fight, you're there to do that. And let me tell you something: with fighting, money comes, and it comes, and then it comes. You know what I'm saying? It comes with super fights. It comes with longevity. It comes with just commitment, bro. Why can't you guys just see that? You know, oh, um, so yeah, folks, it comes with a lot of it comes with a lot of politics. That's just bullshit. You know, sometimes you can just taste the um taste the just taste the animosity, taste the jealousy. Jake Paul and Logan Paul, guys like that, yeah, have put a negative spin on the sport of boxing, you know. And now Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos fight on June the 19th, and that's a real boxing match. That's a real boxing fight, bro. It's for the unified WBA Super, the Ring, and IBF lightweight championship belts. It is a real fight, bro. And I guarantee my life that it may not do a million pay-per-view buys like Jake Paul, like Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather. I don't understand that. You see what I'm saying? So real fights don't get that attention that um, these celebrity fights do, and it's because of this celebrity bullshit that people may have the wrong spin or the wrong impression about sport boxing. And I guarantee you don't have a wrong impression, folks. You have wrong impressions, yeah? Bro, and I see any other comments, I will definitely jump in to set you lot straight. And that's just a real deal right there with me, man. You know what I'm saying? So, folks, we're just about gonna pause. We're gonna go do some particulars right now, yeah. And you guys can just sit back, relax, go grab a snack, and we'll be back in a while. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from the interval. I hope you guys had a relaxing couple of minutes. Folks, so it's just what I was saying about pay, you know what I mean? And just to cap that off, it's all about, you know what? In combat sports, yeah, there's always going to be people not happy with pay. Always fighters who think that they should be getting paid more, but they're not. Why do they deserve it? You know, these celebrities, they have a following, so they have sponsors, they have all this shit for themselves. They have that. In MMA, I respect what Scott Coker is trying to do with Bellator. What Dana White's trying to do with what Dana White's done with the UFC. What Ray Seffo's done with PFL is they're creating a professionalism about mixed martial arts. They're sort of detaining the fact that MMA is just a sport with barbaric individuals who just punch, kick, and take each other down, ground and pound each other out. It's not that. Yeah, that's what people think, and there's this. They're off, and the fighters are employees. The fighters are the ones that come to work, that put in the work. Yeah, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right, to be the best. And being the best means money. That means fame. That means publicity. But money, fame, and publicity are not going to be there if you're not there to put in the work, and that's facts. Right there. Yeah. So, folks, Mr. Jeremiah Labiano will be with us, folks, in the next 10 minutes. So, during that time, folks, I want to talk about boxing. I want to talk about Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos. Teofimo Lopez, folks, coming in 17-0. Just defeated Vasil Lomachenko. He makes his first championship defense of the unified belts. And for Teofimo, folks, the way he fights, and there's been a lot of heat with this one, folks. You can feel the intensity in the air between Lopez and George Kambosos Jr. And with George, folks, at 25-0, he's not here to play games. I guarantee that. George Kambosos he hits hard, a very, very fast left hook. He's got a fantastic, he's got great movement in the game. I think this is going to be a great test for Teo Lopez's first title defense. And this is as legit as it gets. There is going to be a lot of eyes on this one, no doubt about it. One of them is going to be Devin Haney. Devin Haney barely got past Jorge Linares last time out. He got hurt. Yeah, folks, I think in the 6th round, he got hurt. Yeah. And Jorge, and after that, Devin Haney just went to work. He popped it. His left jab is so good. The way he pops and the way he uses that reach. He's a very, very long guy, folks, to fight. Is Devin Haney. And there is no doubt about it. Devin Haney versus the winner of Teo Lopez and George Kambosos. That's who you want next. Haney's called out, for years. Haney's been calling out Ryan Garcia. Now, there is no doubt in my mind, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia has been the fight to make now for years, man. These guys have beef. They don't like each other straight from amateurs when they were kids to now. They've never liked each other. There's been always that mutual respect, but they have never been the best of friends. Now, Ryan Garcia coming off the win against Luke Campbell with a body shot KO. The thing with Ryan Garcia, folks, is he is still so young. He's still growing in this sport. And so is Devin Haney, who's only 22 years old. They are still growing in this sport. There is no there is no time limit with these guys at the moment, man, because they are two of the youngest, two of the brightest fighters to step into a lightweight division in a boxing ring. Yeah, folks. In the heavyweight now, if I turn my attention, Anthony Joshua against Alexander Usyk is sort of your opposite. Usyk is more your battle-tested veteran against Anthony Joshua, who's your prolific champion, the fan favorite, the young phenom, the golden boy. That's what Anthony Joshua is. But with experience, Anthony Joshua has gotten 100% better. His technique, his cardio has come a long way since the Vladimir Klitschko fight. His, since the Ruiz fight, I think he learned a lot in their rematch as well. So that's really helped Anthony Joshua become the fighter he is. And I think, it's a shame we're not going to get to see Joshua versus Fury due to the fact that Joshua's WBA championship defending deadline reached its climax, and he was forced to face Alexander Usyk. Now, folks, on the other side now, Tyson Fury meets Deontay Wilder now, number 3. The first fight was a no contest. The first fight was a draw. Second fight, Fury beat Wilder very convincing, showing just pure class. Now, Tyson Fury, folks, has gone on social media. He has been training his butt off with Jorge Capetillo in that gym too, But with Tyson Fury, I think he is talking more shit than he is training. He's posting more videos of him talking shit than he is training. I think with Tyson Fury in this fight against Deontay Wilder, he's going to have to come in game and as game as ever, because Wilder's not going to be here Wilder's not looking like the same Wilder. And if you've seen his videos, folks, you see what I'm talking about. He's been he is throwing focused combinations. He's throwing sharp hands. He looks great moving around. I think Deontay Wilder is going to give Tyson Fury hell to pay, in this fight. And I think what Tyson Fury needs to watch out for now is the fact that he's facing a new Deontay Wilder. Every time a fighter has a chance to go back and rematch or get a trilogy, they've always come back stronger than what they went into the other fights with, than what they went into the rematch with. They've always come back stronger. It's always been that sort of, okay, cool. The first fight, this happened. We drew. The second fight, all right, cool, you beat. But the third fight, you might come out the same way, even though you're training in a different gym, but I'm not going to. Yeah? I'm going in there to fight. And that's what Deontay Wilder's thinking. He's going in here to fight. He's going in here to make a statement and to regain his championship belt. It's as simple as that. Yeah? So, folks, we are just about ready to go live with Jeremiah Labiano, finally. And, folks, it is, it's always going to be one of those things here on MMA Reloaded, folks. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth. I tell you, unfiltered, unscripted, yeah, full of knowledge, full of real. And so, folks, I'm looking forward to this one. It's been anticipated now for, say that, past hour. But that's just me, man. I love coming on the air early, folks. I love speaking to you guys face to face. And don't hesitate to go check out MMA Reloaded on YouTube, folks, on Instagram, on Twitter. MMA Reloaded on YouTube, folks. You got over 76 shows to choose from on the mic, all real talk. You know what I'm saying? And then this is just the tip of the iceberg, baby. There's so much more to come for MMA Reloaded, folks. More merchandise. There's you can check out the accessories we have on our Instagram. At Jeremiah Labiano's here, folks. Let's get underway. Hey.
Yo. Hey, my bad, bro. I just got out of practice and shit, so
No. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it, brother. Don't sweat that shit, brother. Yeah.
What time is it? What time is it over in where are you in London?
Yeah, I'm in London, bro. Yeah.
Oh, oh shit. What time is it over there?
Bro, it's about 7:30 in the night time, 7:30 in the evening, bro. Um,
Oh, okay, yeah, you good then?
yeah, man, we
Hell yeah.
good. We good. Don't worry, man. There's no bedtime shit over here, bro. Nah, man. How was training, brother?
It was good, man. We were just doing some wrestling, some MMA wrestling and shit, wall work and stuff. So it was good, man. Fucking good push.
Nice, but I see you got the Filipino the mullet going on, bro.
You know, that's where the superpowers come from.
That's where the superpowers come from, bro. There's no kryptonite for that one. Um,
No,
so
there is kryptonite. They're called judges.
and bro, I'm gonna touch on that with you, Jerry. Yeah, but in the through this show, because but I saw the fight. Yeah, I saw the fight, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah. What did you came on in a
heartbreaking, man. It's fucking heartbreaking.
yeah, I know, bro. I know. You came in on a week's notice, though, bro. Um, and
Shit,
literally,
not even, bro. 5 days.
oh shit, for real, 5 days.
Yeah,
Um,
5 days, bro. 5 days.
oh,
I was in there. I was actually in Arizona. So I've been playing. I've been playing paintball again. So I used to play pro back when I was younger,
oh,
and then I just kind of reconnected with old teammates and shit. So I've been playing the past since COVID. I've been playing paintball again. So we've been competing. So I was in Arizona at the time, and then my manager called me fucking 11 o'clock in the or like 11 o'clock in the morning. He goes, hey bro, check this name out. He's like, you'll be on a fucking plane by Wednesday. I was like, well, what? He goes, yeah, if you want the fight, bro, you'll be on the plane by Wednesday. You fight fucking Friday. And I was like, fuck it, I'm in. Send me the paperwork.
oh shit. So that's more like 2 days notice right there, bro. Um,
Yeah, no, right? Shit.
but what? So Jerry, how did you feel? Yeah, all right, cool. You said fuck it. You got on the plane. You fucking flew to Philly. How did you feel, bro, when you got the call? Were you ready physically to fight, bro?
I was ready, man. I was ready. There's no excuses to what had happened and shit. Like, I can sit here and blame the fucking judges, which it was their fucking fault. But I should have finished them. There was opportunities that I had, and I just didn't finish. I had that rear naked choke, but I only had like 15 seconds left in that first round, and I knew if I fucking just try to squeeze and Hail Mary it, I was gonna burn my arms out for the second round. So I just wanted to show my attacks on the guy, and score my points. Arm bar slipped out, heel hook slipped out, fucking yeah, man. So
But the thing is,
shit
bro,
happens.
it does. It does, man. It does. Shit. I mean, this is common. This is a fight game, bro. This ain't celebrity boxing, bro. This is fight game shit right here, bro. And
Yeah, exactly. Real shit. Real deal. Holyfield.
that's it, my brother. You know what? Yeah. But with the judges, I sometimes nowadays it's getting harder to finish fights, right, bro? Because competition is going on for a
For
fight.
sure.
And if you're a fighter, you know what I'm talking about. You know that it gets harder to finish fights because the guy opposite you wants to finish you just as bad. Yeah, but
Yeah.
so when you go into fights now, Jerry, um is your mentality to finish every time, or do you have certain game plans for certain fights where a decision will take?
I we obviously game plan for all our fights. We kind of break it down to what we need to be. So I go in there and I just fucking fight. But we do have a plan. I try to stick to the game plan as much as I can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna score my points when I have to score the points, but I go in to finish guys. I don't go in to just fucking just try to lollygag, try to score last minute takedown and fucking lay on top of the guy. No, if I get on top of you, I'm gonna if you're in my guard, I'm gonna try to.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
If you're on the feet, I'm gonna try to knock you guys out.
And bro, for before we go further into your fight at CFFC 96, but I want to just introduce it because for fans who don't know who Jeremiah Labiano is, who the kid is, yeah, but how did it all start for you, bro, in MMA and combat sports, man?
Say that one more time.
How did it all start for you, bro, in MMA and combat sports, man, for the kid?
Bro, my best friend, he's been cutting my hair since fucking we were in high school. Like junior high. Yeah. And then he was training jiu-jitsu at the time. I grew up in a single parent household, so like we couldn't do like extracurricular activities that cost money and shit. So we did all the stuff that was free at school. You know what I'm saying? So when I was 21 at the time, I just had turned 20. I was like, yeah, I was about to turn 22. Then my boy was like, hey, I'm gonna go start training jiu-jitsu again. I want you to come check it out. And I was like, all right. So he would show me some shit at his house, like we'd fuck around. He'd show me some chokes, arm bars, and stuff like that with another friend. And so I went in, I tried it out officially, and I just kind of fell in love with the sport of jiu-jitsu. Was competing heavy in jiu-jitsu. I actually got my blue belt in 3 months, I think. It was like 2 or 3 months. I got my blue belt. Yeah. And I was competing a shit ton. And my head coach, my professor Chris Beam, he was fighting at the time for Strike Force, Tachi Palace, when those were big. And he would be training for fights while I was there doing jiu-jitsu. And he would pull me aside, be like, hey, Germ, try to take me down off the wall. Like, okay. Hey, try to hold me down. All right. Hey, try to beat me up. Try to let me do this. And then he was seeing that I was doing like pretty good. He's like, hey, do you want to fight, bro? And I was like, shit, I don't know. Fucking just let me know when I'm ready, I guess. So he's like, all right, just keep training. So I just started keep training jiu-jitsu. I started training a little bit of stand-up. We eventually got a stand-up coach, and one thing kind of led to another. In 2011, beginning of 2011, I started doing amateur fights in MMA. End of the year, I finished up my amateur career as 3-1, and I debuted pro December 2011.
So Jerry, how important is it for a fighter to have an amateur career when they're transitioning to professional? Because I always touch on this with everyone I sit with, and it gives them that experience, the cage time, right?
You know what? A lot of people are going to say try to fight as much as you can in amateurs. I think you just need to fight enough, because if you hang out in the amateurs too much, you're going to take too much fucking damage. So you don't need to be getting knocked out in your amateur career. You don't need to get fucking go to war and get punched in the head. You know what I'm saying? Like, save that shit for the pros. So, it just all depends though, because nowadays a lot of people know everything at the same time. So back in the day it was like, all right, we got a jiu-jitsu specialist, we got a boxer, we got a Muay Thai guy, right? So, and also too, there wasn't amateur events like it is now. You around the time I started, that's when amateurs were starting to, kind of blow up a little bit. That's when we had events to go to. But before me, like, guys would have to fly out to bumfuck nowhere to get an amateur fight. Either that or you got to go pro right away. So, I didn't spend too much time in the amateur career. Then again, I was already a purple belt at the time. So I think my experience through like doing smokers, fighting a lot of jiu-jitsu stuff, just kind of prepped me for, going pro so fast after an amateur career like that.
Yeah, man. So,
but my word of advice is to people: just go in there and, don't take too much damage in your amateur career. Because I've seen good guys that did well in the amateurs, they went pro and they just get fucking fucked up because they just took too many headshots.
Yeah, man. No, that's a great advice, bro. Because it's all about longevity, right, bro? If you want to be in the sport for a long time,
exactly. And someone like me, I have 20 professional fights, but that is a lot of fights. But if you look at my fights, I don't take a lot of damage. Compared to a lot of these guys that are still fighting. Just people my age are like, all fucked up and shit. And just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell they've been in fucking a bunch of wars. Don't get me wrong, I've been through some wars, but I do pretty well protecting myself when I fight. So,
I mean, last time out, bro, at CFFC 96, that was you came out in the blocks, bro. It was like a fucking gun out of a fucking cannon, bro. It was like you came out, bro. You threw like 3-4 kicks in a row in like a 12 seconds, bro.
I'll fuck around, man. When I got an alter ego, dog. Once I step into that cage, you can even see it on my face. Like, I'm a fucking super nice guy. Like, if you hang out with me, meet me in person and shit like that, super chill, super fun. You know, even when I train with people, right? You know, I don't try to fucking hurt my partners and shit like that. Like, you know, but when I get in that cage, man, it's fucking game time. I'm ready to fucking eat.
And then, bro, it was your first fight since Bellator 223, in 2019, where you fought James Gallagher, bro. And you know that's almost like that. That was almost 2 years ago. So coming in after that absence, bro, and after your time off, what was going through your mind, bro? And especially 3 days fucking notice.
But man, it's just all surreal, man. Like it's almost like fuck you fight in 5 days, right? So like you just have a fucking just a ton of emotions going through. You're like, shit, I haven't fought in 2 years. You know, I'll be honest, I'm nervous every time I go in and fight. Like if you're not nervous, there's something fucking wrong with you. I'm a human being. You know what I'm saying? So you know, all that, dealing with all the logistics of everything. I had to scramble to get my medicals done in like 2 days before I'm on a fucking plane. You know, so I'm driving all over the place, getting all my medicals done. I'm trying to book all my plane tickets for my coaches. I paid out of pocket for all my coaches to fly out. So I was in the red. Flying into fucking Philly, I was in the red. I didn't even make money going to this fight. I lost money. But at the end of the day, that's not what we were trying to achieve. We weren't going there for a payday. We were going there to win. And, you know, the odds were against me that night. Shit, it was crazy, bro. But I felt good in there. I didn't feel like I had ring rust. I talked to a lot of my friends who are, you know, the most critical of me when I fight, and they're like, bro, you look fucking good. Like, this is the best I've ever seen you. Just putting everything together, my striking, with my wrestling, with my jiu-jitsu. I was constant. If you watch the fight, I was constantly attacking. I wasn't fucking around and, you know, just trying to write out a decision and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I was going in there to fight.
And so, to be honest, yeah, bro, from where I was sitting, yeah, it seemed like you were gonna get your hand raised because you got a couple of takedowns in the third round, you know, and then at the end, he's the one that laid on top of you until the end of the fight. So I think that's where the judges sort of swayed it, bro. But what are your thoughts about decisions and judges right now in MMA? Because right now
I already know if I go to the judges' scorecards and I'm in the guy's hometown, I'm gonna get fucked. So I already knew that when the judge said 30-27, I was like, yo, I'm getting fucked. Like I already knew. I was like, I'm fucked, dude. I'm gonna lose this fucking fight on the scorecards. This is so stupid, bro. Yeah, man, they got to do something about them judges and stuff because it's kind of like, what are you looking at in the fight, right? You want aggression, effective striking, you know, ground, cage control, all that shit, right? So, okay, I'll give you the control. Does not my aggression, not my striking, not my grappling fucking play a role in the scoring? That doesn't make any sense. So I got 3 of those categories. You got 1. So how the fuck how the fuck do you win a fight and I lose? Doesn't make sense.
But then, you know what?
And it's frustrating, bro. It's frustrating. It's fucking frustrating because, you know, I work hard just as anyone else that steps into that fucking cage, and, you know, to lose to stupid ass decision like that is just fucking heartbreaking, bro. 100%. But, you know, I'm a fucking player. I'll rise again. You know, that shit doesn't bug me for too long.
You've been there, bro. You've been amongst the best in the sport at Bellator. So you know, so no one's gonna you're not gonna go home and cry. You know what I'm saying? And so Jerry, if we and of course, bro, short notice fights as well, man. I know we touched on this earlier, but what are your thoughts on a fighter taking short notice fights? Say 5 days notice or 24 hours, 48 hours. What does that depend on if you're a fighter?
You know, it kind of depends. You know, the way we looked at it, it wasn't just to fight. You know, it was a good opponent. I should have beat him. At the end of the day. Yeah. You know, I'm not going to take. Like I said, I'm at the point in my career where it sounds stupid. It's not about the money, but I need to take a step back to get to where I need to be. You know, I'm 12-8 as a professional now, so I'm not gonna get easy fights, but I gotta win these fights to get me to where I want to be ultimately. And you know, I kind of fucking took a step back that last fight, but at the end of the day, you know, the promoter loved me, all the fans loved it. You heard the commentators; they were all about me and shit. So they ended up signing me to a promotional deal. So I'll be fighting them exclusively this year.
Man, I can't wait for that, bro. I can't wait for that. Let's see Jeremiah Labiano back in Cage Fury, man. But and then I wanted to just talk about your time, your experience, bro, because you fought a lot of guys that people know right now. You know,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
it's a shitload of guys. You know, a fucking resume, bro. From Ricky Simone to Traven Giles to Tyson Nam and James Gallagher, bro. So, do you think now, Jerry, when you go into fights, do you think those experiences help you in with preparation and not really and your mental game as well, bro?
Oh, for sure. 100%. I remember when I was a young fighter and I lost fights was on experience. When I fought Joe Soto, I was 7-1. If I won that fight, I probably would have been in the UFC right after that fight after Joe Soto, and I almost knocked him out. And I rushed in like a dumbass. He fucking out wrestled me to the ground, and I gassed out. He just fucked me up. So, it's those things like that. Experience will win you the fights you need to win. Um, so, I definitely think experience plays a big role in fighting.
And how has those experiences impacted you and benefited you as a fighter? Progressing through your career.
I guess just having flashbacks when you're in the fucking cage, you just remember about how you felt, when you got, controlled on the ground. So that's what's gonna drive you to, get back to your feet. Or you remember when I got clipped by Tyson. I remember when I got knocked out in when was it? I think I fought. I don't even remember. I remember when I got clipped by Tyson Nam, and I literally I didn't even feel the punch. I just remember I got touched, everything turned black,
Oh,
and the sound started coming back to my ears. And I just
oh,
hear my coaches yelling, you're okay, feet on the hips. And I was fighting with my jiu-jitsu stuff, and just being able to stay calm, fucking count me out, it saved me. So then after that, I stood up and I cruised 3 rounds after that, and I took a 5 round fight.
yeah.
Put to the scorecards. And luckily, I was able to win on the scorecards on this one. Shit. Fuck, if I was in Philly, they would have fucking raped my ass. There's
So,
no
bro,
package.
bro, I wanna, so your mental game has to be on point, right? If you're a fighter, bro, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And um, what are your thoughts on a fighter's mentality, bro? Whether it's coming off a loss, whether it's making weight, whether it's in camp, walking out to a
This thing,
fight.
bro. If you're not there mentally, you're not going to perform well.
Yeah,
This is anything you do. This is anything you do in life, right? That's what fighting teaches you. It teaches you that dog mentality, that just that heart. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny. I see those quotes. You can't teach heart. You see that shit?
yeah,
You can't.
yeah.
You can't teach heart. So fucking yeah, man.
So when you get clipped, even in a fight, yeah, Jeremiah, when you got clipped by Tyson Nam, or when Joe Soto was wrestling you down, bro, or when you fought guys like Ricky Simone, or especially if a guy's coming off like two losses in a row, how important is mentality in that stage and in that sense?
Fuck. Just gotta pick yourself back up, bro. You just gotta do it. You just gotta do it. You can't worry. I mean, the only thing we can control right now is our current state, right? You can't go back. You can't go back into the past. The future doesn't exist, right? So you just gotta live in the now. You just gotta pick yourself back up. Get back to fucking work. Being a little bitch. Fucking train harder. And
Yeah,
I
no
say,
bitches. Yeah, no bitches in this sport, bro. I mean,
there's some bitches in this sport, but
there is, there is
not
some.
me. Not me.
Yeah, but them bitches, bro, are just trying to get money that they don't deserve. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
And
yeah, for sure.
and that's most of it, bro. That takes up like 60% of bitching in this sport, bro. Is people trying to get money that they don't deserve or that they feel they want, bro. And Jeremiah, bro, I want to get your opinion on that, bro, because it's a hot topic in MMA right now in combat sports, bro. is fighters' pay. Yeah. What your
Say that
thoughts?
one more time.
Oh, it's a hot topic, bro, right now in our sport is the pay for fighters. You know, where what are your thoughts about that, bro? Because you know we're trying to professionalize MMA.
For sure. Do I think we deserve more money?
Yeah.
Yes. But at the end of the day, we know what the fuck we got ourselves into. If we wanted to be millionaires, we wouldn't be sitting here fucking fighting a guy in the cage for 15 minutes, right? We would have been professional boxers, but we love this shit. We love to do it. Can you make a living off this shit? Absolutely. Do we deserve millions of dollars? Absolutely. But like I said, what we're gonna do? Fucking cry about it? We knew what we were getting ourselves into. We signed all this paperwork, so it is what it is. I wish I was getting paid more. I'm sure everyone else does wish they were getting paid more, but it's what you do with it, bro. So.
That's it, man. And do you agree with the fact that you know, if you keep putting in the work and you keep and longevity in the sport and you know, all that combined will lead to big fights and will lead to money at the end of the day.
Absolutely, bro. You gotta dream big. You gotta dream big at the end of the day. But a lot of advice to a lot of you young fighters that are getting into this shit. Try to fight as long as you can, make a shit ton of money, but you guys gotta look out for your future. You know what I'm saying? Do something smart with your money. Don't just go and blow it on some stupid shit or flash it around. So I set myself up. I'm opening a couple. Like I already have a couple gyms and stuff. I'm one of the head teachers and things like that. So I got stuff set up for me when I'm done fighting. It's sad because I see a lot of guys that are fighting and they don't have anything else but fighting. And you can't fight forever. When that's done, what are you gonna do? Go work behind a fucking desk? I'm not gonna do that. I'm the fucking man. I'm gonna be telling people what to do, right? I'm not gonna work for anyone else. So my advice to people is get it in, make as much money as you can, but be smart with it.
Yeah, man. No, 100%, boy. And boy, I wanted to talk about that as well, man. Because opening up a few gyms and you teach as well, right, bro?
Yeah. I teach kids. I teach adults. I do my private classes and stuff. I run a couple gyms with my head instructor, Professor Crispin. One of my guys that I came up with, Beto. We're part owners in a couple of gyms. And yeah, man, we're just trying to build more guys like me, like us.
And how did that come about, man? How does that feel when you get to pass your knowledge down to young to other people, man? Trying to train.
It's cool, man. It's cool. It's humbling. There's a lot of different styles and ways to teach people. Some people just kind of treat it as a job where you just show up and you show a couple of fucking cool moves and you get a paycheck and that's it, right? But we invest in our students. Like we care about all my students. I know what you do for work. I know your kids' names. I know a little bit about your past and stuff like that, and that's important. Because we create a community. We want to make a community of people, of like-minded individuals, right? And give them a safe place to go and work out, train, learn how to defend themselves. Shit, if they want to change their team as a fighter, we want to kind of guide them in that direction as well. So it's about caring for your students and not just showing up for the paycheck. So it's fun, man. I love what I do. I want to change it in the world. I went to college. I graduated with a health science degree. I could be working in a hospital making a shit ton of money, but I chose this life, and I want to change it for the world.
Yeah, there's no shortcuts, man. There's no shortcuts, man, and that's real shit right there, bro. And I respect that. I respect the fact that you have a plan B after fighting already, and you're already passing knowledge down to other people. You know what I'm saying? And bro, people underestimate how valuable it is. If you are an upcoming fighter, how valuable it is to get advice from an experienced pro fighter, bro. I mean, fucking oh shit, I'm getting taught by Jeremiah Labiano, bro. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. But I treat everyone the same. I don't walk around with my head, with my nose up in the air and shit. Like I'll treat everyone the same.
Yeah.
From my students to my friends to whoever walks into the gym, right? I, I'm a fucking equal. I don't. There's no difference when I'm in that gym with you. So
and boy,
that's why I like to keep it, man. I'm a normal dude.
that's it. That's it, bro. That's it, man. There is it's all about the equality. It's all about equality, man. But and I want to talk about your fight to win experience, your F2W experience, bro. Because you competed in a lot of grappling matches. Fight
Oh
to
yeah. I did a. I think I'm 0-4 in one fight to win though. But fuck, man, all the guys I'm fighting, these guys are Brazilian national champions, fucking Pan American champions, world champions, and I'm fucking going in there losing stupid fucking judges' decisions. But yeah, man, I'm a competitor, bro. I'm a competitor. I go in, I try to compete as much jiu-jitsu as I can. Art Suave, I've been competing with Art Suave this year. I did I did a super fight with Esteban at the beginning of the year. He's ranked number 1 in the Pan Am's no-gi right now. He's ranked number 1. I fought a bunch of guys in the I did a 170-pound tournament. So the 8-man bracket, I weighed in at 153 pounds for that tournament.
What?
And I lost in the finals. I lost in an EBI overtime. Yeah, man, this fucking sucks.
Holy shit.
Yeah, bro. I don't give a fuck. I just want to fight. I just want to fight anything. Drop a 20 on the floor. We can fight. I don't care.
Hey, how is that? Would you ever love to evolve and do something like Polaris or Submission Underground or ADCC or something like that, bro?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm game for all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's different too, though. You know what I'm saying? So that preparing for a grappling fight is gonna be way different than an MMA fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just love to compete, bro. I just love to compete.
And Jerry, just to close off, bro, and when you fight for different shows like Conquer or West Coast FC or Bellator or Tashi Palace, but are they similar experiences to you, bro, or are they different experiences across the bat?
It's a pretty similar experience. Anywhere I go is my hometown.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Everyone. So when I fight, I don't know. I think it's just the energy I bring.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I put on good shows in my fights, and that's what people remember. I mean, yeah, it's cool to have a unblemished record, but if you're riding out decision wins, like who gives a fuck, right? Cowboy Cerrone, he's never won a world title, but everyone loves him. Everyone loves to fight. He loves to see him fight. If you saw him out in a fucking crowd, you're probably gonna run up to him, want to take a picture, right? Say what's up to him, and that's what it's about, man. It's about we're not just fighters, we're entertainers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I obviously fight and I go in there to win, but at the same time, I want to put on a good show for everyone.
100%, 100%, man. And speaking of Cowboy, bro, I want to talk to you about your inspirations, some of the people and some of the fighters you admire and who inspire you, man, coming in this sport.
Man, you're gonna find it weird, but fuck, people have those like fighters that they look up to. Yeah. I look up to my coach.
Nice.
I look up to my coach big because when I was coming up as a fighter, I was watching him fight and just his energy when he stepped into that cage, just seeing his face change, and just everything like it just pumped me up. And I always wanted to bring that energy when I stepped into the cage. Like I wanted to be just like him, just fucking rough. You know what I'm saying? That type of energy. But I looked up to kind of Jose Aldo, old school Jose Aldo, when he was blowing your legs apart.
Nice.
I liked him. Mm-hmm. Old school BJ Penn before he was getting into the fucking drunk brawls at the at the local nightclubs and shit in Hawaii. Those are pretty much the only guys. Uriah Faber. Nice. Uriah Faber. It's cool because now I'm training with all the guys at Alpha Male.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just keep it really simple and stuff. You would think I'd be watching like every UFC event and shit like that. Like, no, I'm out doing some other shit, bro. I'd rather be out on my bike riding fucking 4 hours on my bike, or working out, or fucking just hanging out with my wife, doing shit like that.
Yeah, that's beautiful, bro. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Family come first, boy. And yeah, man. I mean, it's always
Right?
good. It's always good to just have your own stuff to do outside of fighting. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, and I think that's what kind of made me also do. Like, I was kind of getting burnt out a little bit right when COVID happened and stuff. Not because I lost my fight or anything. It just it wasn't as fun as it used to be. So when I started doing stuff that I used to love doing, like playing paintball again, riding bikes and shit, that kind of re-sparked my love for training, and it made it more enjoyable for me. So I feel like I've grown a lot, not just physically, but mentally. And yeah, man, I'm grinding every day, bro. Grinding every day, teaching every day.
That's it.
People say that shit, but I'm doing the shit.
Yeah, 100%, bro, 100%, man. And but I find that I respect that so much. Yeah, it's not, that's something I love, bro. It's that fighter mentality. It's all about commitment and just putting in the work at the end of the day, bro.
For sure. Oh yeah.
And Jerry, but it's been great to talk to you, man. Great to chop it up with you, brother.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Anytime, brother. Anytime. Appreciate you for having me on.
Nah, anytime, bro. Anytime, man. Fuck you, but I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, man. And yeah, thank you so much, bro, for coming on the show.
Thank you, brother. I'm gonna throw some shout outs real quick. Shout out to my team, Crispy BJJ, Wild Boys MMA, all my boys at Team Alpha Male. Shout out Team Alpha Male, my management, camp management, my sponsors, Peninsula Landing Capital. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys fucking give me. Love you guys. I think that's it. CBD, Greenland official. Who else? Skyro Sports USA. I think that is. Oh, I almost forgot the most important one. Veganism, CMOS. CMOS, you idiots. If you don't know about CMOS, you got to bring me back on so I can talk to you about it. But that's for another time. So, shout out to Izzy.
Damn, man. Damn, bro. Hey, that's thank you so much, Jerry, man. It's been a great,
all right, my brother.
Been a great show, man. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, brother. Respect.